Hey guys, today we are at Dollywood for the Smoky Mountain Christmas
and the 2024 Tasting Pass.
This event runs until January 5th. So for the next couple days, we're going to bring you 10 different foods that are on the Tasting Pass, but we will show you everything that you can get off of it. So are you ready, Bobby?
I'm ready.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll.
There is a lot of people here today. We're in this line just to get in the park. And they wrap around and go outside the gates in that line. Gonna be busy. Gonna head into Show Street Ice Cream and pick up our Tasting Pass. Picked up our 2024 Tasting Pass. We paid $40.97 because we have a gold pass. The regular price on it is $39.99 plus tax. This enables us to get 5 items that have a Christmas tree by them. And we'll show you more about that when we get out to one of the food stands. Start off showing you everything that is available on the Tasting Pass. Starting at Show Street Ice Cream. Show Street Ice Cream has a few items for the Tasting Pass: the chocolate peppermint ice cream sandwich and a mint chocolate chip milkshake. Sandwich is $9.99, the milkshake is $8.99 if you don't use the pass. At the Spotlight Bakery, you can use your Tasting Pass, but we don't advise it because you can just buy these a lot cheaper than using the Tasting Pass on them. Assortment of cupcakes, whoopie pies, and a lot of other goodies. We'll show you everything that's in here right now. Here are the items from the bakery that you can get on the Tasting Pass. Let's go over it again. We paid $40 for the Tasting Pass. We can get 5 items from it, so that averages out to about $8. As you can see, this all costs less than $8. So you're going to be losing money if you use a Tasting Pass on these. We are back in the Market Square area and we're going to pick up some food on our Tasting Pass. We're going to try this stand directly behind us first. It's not quite open yet. Let's see what they have. You can get all 4 of these on your Tasting Pass. Chicken pot pie, bread cone, roasted mushroom loaded potato, buffalo chicken loaded potato, and a Christmas punch. And again, there's the Christmas tree. That's showing you that all those are eligible. If you don't use the Tasting Pass, let me show you what they cost. The potato is $14 and that potato is $15. The punch is $6. That's why I said don't use one of your 5 scans on one of these drinks. Save it for something like that. Let's go up and order our baked potatoes. We're going to get 2 of them. Buffalo chicken and roasted mushroom. Here's the glaze they're using on the mushroom potato. Buffalo chicken loaded potatoes, spice rubbed chicken, buffalo sauce, green onions, and ranch dressing placed over a baked potato and topped with blue cheese crumbles for a delicious meal. Carrying this over here, I noticed how heavy this was. This is going to be filling because I eat the skin. I see a little bit of salt on the side of that. Just go after the toppings, Bobby. Look at all that ranch. You see the big pieces of blue cheese in there.
I love blue cheese.
There, you see in there now, look at all the, let me move this to the side. Look at all the buffalo chicken in there. I'm just gonna try the chicken by itself first. Can you see the steam coming off of that?
I can.
The chicken is not fried chicken, it's more like a grilled chicken, and it reminds me of the chicken that you get like in the grocery stores in those bags. I think, what is it, Tyson?
Tyson's chicken.
You can put on salads or whatever. It's good. It's got a little bite to it. By having that spicy rub and the Frank's Red Hot, it's going to bring a little heat to you. And it cools down with the ranch and the blue cheese. Now let me taste it with some potato. Again, you see all the steam coming off that? Let's try it with the potato. Guys, that is very good. Let me just show you the potato. It's soft. Prepared it perfect. Steam. These just came out. I saw them put them in. We were the first ones to get them this morning. I can confirm that that is Frank's Red Hot on there. Definitely worth getting on a tasting pass. I think this is $15. I don't know if I'd want to pay that much for it. If you're going to get a couple of these potatoes, make sure to use the tasting pass on them, because what was our tasting pass? Like $41, Bobby? So everything's around $8 because we can buy 5 things on it. That's the way to do it. So we basically saved $7 on this. And something else, always in the comments, everybody says, well, if you get a tasting pass, it's a sample size. No, it is the same size no matter whether you get it with a tasting pass or you buy it. No difference. This is what you're going to pay $15 for, or this is what you're going to pay $8 for on average if you use a tasting pass. Bobby picked up the roasted mushroom loaded potato, blend queso with the hearty flavor of balsamic onions, roasted button mushrooms and green onions, and then place it in a baked potato.
On both baked potatoes, the presentation's really nice. Don't you think so? Plenty
they did
of
a great
toppings
job.
on top. Lots of mushrooms.
It's a ton of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Is that an onion down in there? Huge onion.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely not trying that one.
That first bite was hot. And I mean, cooked hot, not spicy. The potato is really soft all the way through. You get some sweetness from the caramelized onions and the balsamic, and some queso on there. I'm going to try one of these button mushrooms. Look how big that is, John. Everything is very fresh and hot, but those mushrooms are meaty. John, I think you should try this. Even if you don't try the mushrooms, I think you'll like the other ingredients in this.
I might try it off camera. And you know what? I can smell that potato clear over here.
It's definitely a tasting pass item. So with the tasting pass, we got 2 potatoes for the price that you would pay for just one.
Never thought of it that way. You're right. Something we didn't try up there was that chicken pot pie in a cone. We had that a couple years ago, and that's average. I didn't really care for the cone that well.
So what do you think about the baked potato and the tasting pass?
You got to get it with the tasting pass. Now, what I pay $15 for a baked potato, even though it's excellent, I don't think so. That's just too much money. I think, like you said earlier, you can get 2 of those on the tasting pass for what you would pay for one of them. If you're going to get those, I think we said earlier too, definitely use a tasting pass. Don't buy those. Don't spend $15 on a baked potato.
They are a huge potato and plenty of toppings.
They are great. They're one of the better things that we've had here. Something that's not on the tasting pass is the kettle corn. Let's look at the flavor of the day. Candy cane crunch. This is $9.99 to buy. I think one year I was able to get that on the tasting pass. Not now. Time for another tasting pass item. We're going to head over here to Market Square and try one. Something that sounds really good. This is the one I'm really excited about. Looks like both of the items on this side of the marketplace are available on the tasting pass. Santa's Skillet Potatoes, Holiday Cranberry Punch. There's what I'm excited about. Santa's Skillet Potatoes. Let's go get them. Now let's see what they would cost. $12.99 and $6. Homemade potato chips, Bobby. I'm excited about this one. Santa's Skillet Potatoes. Don't miss this hearty treat of sea salt potato chips, queso, cheddar and sour cream and onion seasoning, diced tomatoes, green onions, and ranch. Let's eat it before they get soggy.
It's another pretty presentation. Just looks like the holidays with the green and the red and the white. I'll try one.
I never even thought of that. You bring some different things to this channel.
Just
with
things
that.
that I look at.
That looks like a Christmas tree with the green and red. It does look like the holidays.
Should have used my fork, but I scooped it pretty well with the chip. Those were very good. The chips were crispy, fresh. I like the queso that they're using, and you get some crunch from the green onions. Now, it's said that the chips have onion powder on it, but I don't get a lot of strong flavor from that. So if you're someone that doesn't like onions, I don't think you'll even notice it.
The queso that is on these is the same queso that is on the baked potatoes. When we saw this on the Tasting Pass menu, we were pretty excited about this one.
Yes, because we love homemade chips.
Everything's on this. Crispy potato chips, you're right about the seasoning. You don't get a strong onion flavor. You can kind of see the seasoning on there. It's like a warm, cool item. Because you have that sour cream and ranch on there cooling it down. You have the queso, which is warm. The tomatoes and onions that are cold. Just a well-blended item. I really enjoyed it. We're going to eat these quick before the ranch makes these soggy, but they're not soggy at all now. And I hear something.
Train. So the question is, would you get these on the Tasting Pass?
I would definitely get them on the Tasting Pass. The $13 is getting right where it's cut off or not, but they are very good. Another must get on the Tasting Pass.
I agree.
One thing I noticed about the queso on here, because I must have got a chip that just had that on there, tastes like a sharp cheddar to me. It's good. These are holding strong so far. They're not getting soggy. Every time we sit on this side, these guys always find us. We never give them anything, but you can't tell by the attention they're giving us. Look at this. We are at Dolly's Tennessee Mountain Home. We're on our way to try another Tasting Pass item. Just stand right over here. Let's go see what they have. Stuffing stacker, pork belly skillet, sweet Italian sausage skillet, and hot chocolate. Looks like everything you can get with your Tasting Pass except the hot chocolate. I know we've had those two. I'm not sure we've had this, so let's try it. And here are the prices. Sun is bright. Sweet Italian sausage skillet. The savory taste of a sweet Italian sausage rope combines with red and white skillet style potatoes, onions, and peppers for a perfect holiday dish. Let me show you what it looks like. Right there. There's a lot of sausage there. You know, a lot of times we say they don't give us enough meat on certain ones. This one, they did. Because Bobby said, where are the potatoes at?
Yeah, I didn't see them, but there's some under there.
Yeah, they're under there. We'll find them. Let's give it a try and see if I can find some potatoes. There they are. There's plenty down there. Looks like those are red potatoes. There it is. It's prepared well, guys. It has that distinct Italian sausage taste. What's that? Fennel seeds, I think they use in that. It's good. I'm going to try some of the red potatoes and a pepper. This has white potatoes in it also. I like that they left the skins on them. Potatoes are soft, seasoned just right, and I'm enjoying this sausage. Now this is $15. I don't know if I would pay $15 for that, even though there's still a lot of sausage in there. That's just a lot of money. You can almost go to Granny Ogle's for some of these items that are like $15. And I'd rather go there than buy one of these. But this is still great for the Tasting Pass.
I tried it off camera. The potatoes and sausage are prepared well. Potatoes are soft, but I do not like the flavor of the fennel, so this is a definite no for me.
It tastes like licorice.
I don't care for it.
I think it tastes pretty good. Sorry about that, Bobby. This was something new to the Tasting Pass. That's why we wanted to try it. I didn't think the potatoes would taste like the sausage, but they do.
Yeah.
I like them though. Since Bobby didn't eat that, I ate that whole thing, and I can tell you, when you're finished with that, you have that licorice flavor in your mouth. I've never noticed it being that strong before. I did enjoy it, but that was almost too much sausage for me, because now all I can taste is black licorice. If you like black licorice, maybe that won't bother you. I never noticed that as much on Italian sausage. Most of the time we just eat regular sausage, not Italian. We're back at Market Square. We're gonna get another item. Gonna get it from this side. The jambalaya. We have never tried that before. Let's go get it. See what the jambalaya cost. $13.99 without your tasting pass. Jambalaya, and you can really smell it. This jambalaya has a perfect flavor balance of seasoned chicken and andouille sausage, red rice, lots of vegetables, and a spicy goodness. That's my favorite sausage, andouille. I'm excited about this one. You see the sausage, you can see some chicken, plenty of rice in there, some peppers. Let's get this sausage, and it's hot. And
yeah, I see the steam coming off of it.
Look at all that chicken in there too, Bobby. This place just opened, so this is very hot. Don't do what I just did, because when I put that in my mouth, it was scorching. I'm glad you turned the phone off so nobody saw that.
That happened to
really
me
hot.
with the baked potato yesterday.
Ooh. So after all that, the spices are coming through strong. It's smoky, savory, spicy with the sausage. Taste some of that chicken in there. It's all prepared well. This might be one of my top ones. It might even be my winner today. Don't know yet, but it's right up there. Definitely worth it. The rice is prepared very well. Just has that chewy texture to it. And I told you guys earlier, that's my favorite sausage. And this is some good sausage. It was $14. I would probably pay $14 for this. I mean, I'm definitely going to use a tasting pass on it. That way you can save more money. But if I didn't have a tasting pass, I would pay $14, but that's me just because it is just that good.
I'm gonna try the sausage by itself. I wanna see if the heat's coming from that or the rice. I like how nice and thin that is. They do a great job here at the marketplace preparing the food, and it always looks so presentable. But those sausages have some kick to it. I mean, a lot of kick. I can eat the rice by itself, even though I get a little bit of heat from that, just because it's, you know, cooked in there with the sausage. I'd probably get this on the tasting pass because I do enjoy the rice if they had a milder flavor sausage. I know you loved it.
Oh, I love it.
You said a little more spicier than what we get at home.
It is a little spicier. So what we'll do is you eat all the chicken out of that and I'll eat the sausage.
Sounds good.
Something new at Dollywood for this year are these gigantic ornaments. They look pretty good up here at night with these flashing lights. We are going to head down to Miss Lillian's barbecue corner and see what they have for the tasting pass. And I think they have one of my favorites, the turkey nachos. Last year they had chipotle, I think, in them. They were spicy. Smoked turkey nachos, gluten-free. So these aren't going to have any spice to them. Bobby will love that. They cost $12.99 if you don't use a tasting pass on them. And they look pretty good. Let's try them. Smoked turkey nachos. This is a little different than the other nachos we've gotten here before, because the last time the turkey was like shredded. This is smoked ground turkey. It joins cheddar jack cheese, tomato pico, green onions, and queso atop creamy white corn tortilla chips. Said it's a satisfying seasonal selection.
It's a pretty good serving size for nachos.
Yeah.
Got me a spoon.
Load it up, Bobby.
Add everything on it. Let me see. I don't want that much meat
Oh,
on my
get
first
it.
bite.
Get it.
You know me. I like more of the cheese and
I know.
vegetables. It's very good. The meat, I think, is seasoned probably with just some salt and pepper. The chips, you get some saltiness from them. They're fresh, crispy. That's how I like it. I don't like stale chips. The cheese and tomatoes are very fresh also.
That's a pretty good sized serving too.
It is. A lot of meat in there.
You're saving all that meat for me,
Yeah,
aren't you?
because you like that and I like the cheese and tomatoes.
I think that's the same queso that's been on the other things that we have tried.
Yeah, the potato I had earlier, yesterday, I think that queso was on it.
This is how you want to do it, Bobby. Look at all that meat on that. The chips are not stale at all. That's a #1 priority when you get nachos. The turkey is seasoned well. Everything is fresh. I like the queso on it. If I was going to put this one up against the, what was it, the shredded turkey that we had,
I think that's what they had last time.
I like the shredded turkey a little bit better than ground turkey. That's just my preference because I think I picked the shredded turkey nachos with the chipotle on them as my favorite thing we had last time. But this is still very good.
Now I would get this on the tasting pass, would you?
Definitely on the tasting pass. But what was it, $12.99?
Yeah.
I think if you don't have a tasting pass, I think it's worth buying. I wouldn't be disappointed if I bought that for $13.
Because there is a lot of meat in there.
As we get down farther into it, you can see there's still a ton of turkey in here. I just wish maybe they had just a little more queso, but it's still excellent. We're back in Craftsman's Valley. We're going to head over to another food stand. We're going to pick up a couple soups. They have 3 new ones. We've tried their potato soup before. It was really good. Right there is the stand. See what they have. Tomato Florentine soup, turkey vegetable, roasted red pepper, and Gouda soup. Get all 3 of them on a tasting pass. All 3 of these are $8.99. This is something we would probably not get on a tasting pass because of the price, but since we've never had them, we're trying 10 different things, we wanted to show them to you. I think if you like these, just pay for them, save your tasting pass for the more expensive items. Let's go try 2 of them. Tomato Florentine soup. This creamy tomato Florentine soup is topped with home-style croutons and parsley for a flavorful combination. Put a lot of croutons in there.
I'm glad they put all these croutons in the soup, John. Add some texture to it. Just parsley flakes. I tried a crouton off camera. They are fresh. Now they'll get softer when they're in the soup. You can see how thick and creamy that is. Has a good hearty tomato flavor. Even though this is very good, I wouldn't pay $9 for it. And I wouldn't use it on the tasting pass unless I only had 1 punch left.
So you like it, but just not enough to pay $9 because that's not a huge cup.
No, yeah, because there's no meat or anything in this, but I do love tomato soup.
Turkey vegetable soup. Our scratch-made turkey soup overflows with the taste of braised turkey, noodles, and vegetables in a flavorful turkey broth. I like the containers that they put these in. Just adds a little more festive feel to your meal. The sun is out bright now, Bobby. Let me get it over here where you guys can see this. Look at all that. All those noodles, the shredded up turkey, and that's a thick broth. There's an onion, it looks like. Try to get all of this. Look how thick that is. An amazing soup, Bobby. That's the best way to describe this. The turkey is prepared perfectly. I mean, it's tender. A lot of turkey flavor in that broth. It's hearty. The noodles are soft. Got one of those onions, got a little sweetness from that. Just an abundance of turkey flavor throughout. The reason this turkey is so tender is because it's braised, and I'm wondering if they used some of the liquid from the braising to make this broth.
I'm sure they did. I tried this one off camera. The broth is rich and thick. This one I would probably pay $9 for because there's meat and noodles in it. And it can get cold here at Dollywood in December. So I'm glad they have an option to get the soups.
I know you just said earlier we probably wouldn't pay $9 for that tomato soup, and I probably wouldn't, but this one, I think is worth $9. A tasting pass, don't use it. Use it on the $15 ones. The only reason we got it, again, was because we wanted to show you some of the different items that we haven't gotten before. So some of that stuff on the tasting pass we've had in the previous years. We didn't want to show the same thing. So if you like turkey and a rich and hearty soup, again, must buy.
Definitely worth trying.
We show these in every Christmas video, but we'll show them again in case you haven't seen any of our other ones. These are made out of horseshoes. They're here in the blacksmith shop. They are $75, and you can just walk over there and watch these guys make stuff. And here's the Christmas trees that are also $75. You can see them working back there right now. I don't think I have ever seen these candy canes for $13. Maybe I've missed them every year. We are back in front of the train depot at Iron Horse Pizza to try another item. See what they have. Loaded potato soup, rosemary garlic white pizza. Guess we're gonna try that one. We've had that before, and that's pretty good. Let's go inside. Here's the other pizzas that they have in here. Pepperoni, Klondike Katie, and here's the one we came in for. Rosemary garlic white pizza. For a festive twist on a favorite food, try a mix of ricotta, Parmesan and mozzarella cheeses, grape tomatoes, garlic oil, bacon, onion, muscadine jam, and fresh rosemary. Muscadine is a large grape. That's where they get the base for the bacon jam. And the tomatoes are put on about halfway through the baking process. Let's do it.
Smells good. I can smell some rosemary.
Look at all that bacon on top of that, Bobby.
Here's the bottom. I'm gonna put my tomato right there, right by the bacon. They did a great job preparing this pizza. It's fresh. The crust is excellent. That's my favorite part of a pizza. You get the creaminess from the ricotta cheese. I like the bacon onion jam that they're using. You get a little sweetness from that. Now the tomatoes were baked, so you even get a more intense flavor of sweetness. Excellent pizza.
I'm gonna take a bite of it right there. Get some bacon jam and a tomato. A lot of flavors going on here, Bobby. The first thing I noticed was the sweetness from that bacon onion jam, knowing that the base is made from grapes, basically grape jelly. Gives it a lot of sweetness, and like you said, these tomatoes are sweet since they're baked. Creaminess from all those cheeses on there. The second bite I took, I really got some garlic, and I guess that is rosemary that I'm tasting also in there, because it's called rosemary. I don't know what rosemary is supposed to taste like. Now, is it worth $12.99? There's 4 pieces to it. It's definitely worth a tasting pass, because I think it's a good pizza. For $12.99, I think I might pick it up. I know it's missing a lot of meat, but there's enough bacon on this pizza to make up for losing pepperoni or sausage.
I would definitely use it on the tasting pass.
Just came back on for just 1 second. We don't normally get a white pizza. That's not too bad, Bobby.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, by the time we finished that, the creaminess of all those cheeses was a different texture and flavor than what I'm used to off a regular pizza.
All those different ingredients go so well together.
They do.
Layers of flavors.
Was layers of flavors. And guys, there's a lot of different flavors going on this.
Once again, excellent crust.
We are going to head into Crossroads Funnel Cake and get a red velvet cake. We had one of these last year. Let's go up and see what it cost. There they are. Now, you cannot get the original one with the tasting pass, just the red velvet funnel cake. This is a lot bigger than last year. It used to give you a really small one. Red velvet funnel cake. This delicious red velvet flavored funnel cake is topped with sweet cream cheese icing, whipped cream, and powdered sugar. And it was tough getting it over here without the powdered sugar blowing all over me because I'm wearing all black. All right, Bobby's gonna try it first.
It's really pretty, isn't it? It's kind of festive looking.
It is festive looking. If you remember, last year it was smaller and they had tons of whipped topping over top of it. We really couldn't taste the cream cheese icing. This year they kind of drizzled the cream cheese icing all over and didn't put as much whipped cream topping on top of it. Maybe it'll be better.
The Harvest Festival was larger too. Remember, it was the first time we
Oh
seen
yeah,
it that way.
that was the first large one we saw.
It smells really good.
It's crispy because I can just hear it crunch.
It's crispy on the outside layers there. Inside it seems to be soft. You get the sweetness from the powdered sugar, and then the whipped topping is not real sweet, but it's very good. Wish I had a big glob of that cream cheese icing right in the middle.
So you could dunk in it.
Because I don't get a lot of taste from it.
Now that's a red velvet funnel cake. Can you tell it's red velvet? You get any cocoa flavor from that?
No, I can't tell it's red velvet.
There's a lot of powdered sugar down in that center where you want all that cream cheese icing. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, more cream cheese icing.
Now, I'll tell you
some
what.
Of the middle.
That's what I'm trying to do, and it's
here, take the knife.
Kind of crispy. Thought it might be a little softer in there.
Maybe I got the only soft piece.
Maybe you did. I don't know.
Here's a knife.
I might need a butcher knife. Let's find out.
I got a soft piece.
Let me see if I can get one. All right, here we go. I did find a couple soft spots in there, Bobby, but overall what I tried was really crunchy. I can't tell that it's red velvet. I think it's pretty good, and I think if it was prepared perfect, it would be worth $12.99 if you're just buying it, or a tasting pass. It's still pretty good. I'm glad that it's bigger. Seemed like when they used to make these smaller ones, they were always way too crispy.
They were.
Sometimes you couldn't even eat them. The whipped cream is not overly sweet. So it's a little better than average, but I think maybe it got done a little too much, maybe in a few spots, but we'll go digging for the soft stuff.
You can see in the middle, right here, it is soft. And I think that's because it's a little thicker on this side, and the thinner side is crunchier. So it's just not, maybe they just got more on this one side.
Maybe.
Of the filling.
Maybe. Let me just show everybody real quick with this fork. Right there, look. That is softened through that one. The rest of it?
It's crunchy. I like the crunchy though.
Which side you want? You want soft? You want crunchy?
I'm taking crunchy.
All right. We need one more person to finish this. I'm going to defend the price though. $12.99, you go to a fair, you're going to pay that much for one there. It's probably not as big as this. This did have some good spots to it. It's hit and miss. You just got to get lucky and get one that's prepared right. But it is pretty good. It just, again, does not taste like red velvet. We just got done trying 10 items here at Dollywood during the Smoky Mountain Christmas. What did you think of them, Bobby?
The chefs did a great job coming up with some unique and creative ideas for this festival. But the staff did a great job preparing and with the presentation of the food. Out of everything we tried, the baked potato with the mushrooms was my favorite. That was very filling. Well, John, the second one's going to surprise you. I'm going with the jambalaya minus that spicy sausage.
That does surprise me. But like you said, you took the spicy sausage out of it. You know what? That is my favorite item from this event. That was just so flavorful. My second would be that baked potato with the buffalo chicken in it. Now let's talk about the price. The tasting pass is a must. Some of these items cost $14 or $15. You don't want to pay that much for them. You can get 5 items for $40. That's the way to go. One more thing before we go. The turkey nachos was also a great value. I think it was $13. It was worth $13 and definitely worth using a tasting pass just because it had so much meat in it. I would definitely get that.
So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Yeah, so until we meet again,
J&B have left the building.